you know. Oh, what you know about me? Oh, what you know about me? Oh, what you know about me?
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of More Than the Title. I'm your host as usual, Jarrett, Chief Revenue Officer at Outside the Box Digital. And you know I got my brother, my brethren, your favorite CEO, Chadeo. What's good, baby?
Yo, listen, you did some bullshit the other day, man.
Right.
I wasn't gonna
intro.
say
What I do?
Nah, man, you went live after the pod and celebrated the 500 without your boy, man. You could have sent me a text or something. You know he was.
Yeah, that was wild. That was very random and sporadic.
Now I know I had to watch it. They're like, yo, cousin on there celebrating. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I shouted you out 4 times if you count.
No. You said some real dope, powerful John. You know what I'm saying? That I was like, yo, I love that, man. You said some real powerful shit on that. I wanted to commend you on that, man. That was real heartfelt, for real.
No, it's real, man. We going through it, man. Ain't who else but us, my new. I get to do my brother, man. We get to do what we love, man. We doing it for the culture, and we making an impact, man. Impact over metrics. That's what we on, man. So I love it. And we got to show them every part of the grind.
That's every part. So you know how we start the show, man. With that being said, grateful and thankful, right? We're grateful to come back, like my cousin celebrated the other day, man. We're grateful to do what we love. You heard what he said? He loves to do this. We love to do this, man. We get up every day with a smile on our face, man. Like, you know, what's better than this? So
what's better?
You know what I'm saying? We grateful to be able to wake up and provide what we provide to the community and the culture. And we thankful for all the supporters that have helped us get to 500,000.
500,000, baby. Hold on, baby. 500,000 in 8 months. Let's go.
500,000.
And our record-breaking this month. July was a record-breaking month for More Than the Title.
There it is. Extra sauce.
80,000 views on YouTube alone, y'all. Record-breaking month. And it's all because of the communities, because of you guys. Shout out to the new subscribers, the new listeners, the people, the word-of-mouth marketing. We love y'all, man. We love y'all. We know y'all know we ain't about clickbait. And if this is your first time here, we are not about clickbait. This is all about interviewing brothers like the brother we're about to talk to today, who are doing amazing things for the community, that are killing their careers, that are doing awesome things, and it's taking those lessons and how can we extract that and apply it to ourselves so we all win, man. And that's what this is about. More Than the Title, man. And with that said, hold on, let me get all the distribution partners real quick. Shout out to the Queen. Live podcast of the first Black-owned, woman-owned podcast network, and it's the biggest Black-owned podcast network in the world, y'all. And More Than the Title happened to be top 5 on that list, y'all, because of y'all. Shout out to the boss lady, Angel. And if you want more content from Black content creators like More Than the Title, make sure y'all scan the QR code. And half of your subscription goes back to the content creators of your choice. So that's love. If you like More Than the Title and you download and you subscribe and you pay your fee, some of that comes back to us, and we surely appreciate it because we trying to build this thing together. We growing and glowing, baby.
I like that.
And we own it. You know what I mean? I'm ready to go because the energy from Ramon is real. I'm ready to get it.
Let's start the show.
Let's get to it. I'm going to give this brother the intro that he deserves, man. First of all, this brother is a dynamic entrepreneur, author, and the founder of Smart Hustle Media. He's a sought-after speaker, prolific writer, and a trusted advisor to entrepreneurs looking to scale and succeed. His journey is peppered with insights gleaned from his vicarious reading, business magazines like Inc., Black Enterprise Entrepreneur, and learning from local business luminaries in New York. This brother's not just a businessman. He's a best-selling author with his latest book, Celebrity CEO, focused on personal branding. He shares stages with top business leaders like Seth Godin, Simon Sinek, Gary Vee, and interviewed all 5 Shark Tank members. Woo! Let's just introduce our brother, CEO Smart Hustle Media, Mr. Ramon Ray, y'all.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, man.
Thanks for having me, Jarrett. Thanks for having me, Chadeo. Appreciate being here, man. Y'all show is just so full of energy, excitement, and popping. It's beautiful. I've never seen something like this before, and I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, brother. It's an honor, man. I'm gonna let you know. As soon as we put up the flyer that we was gonna have you, I got like 5 texts. Legend.
Wow. Okay, then I'll take that.
So, people, man, are looking at what you're doing, brother. They see what you're doing, and you open it away for somebody else to do it, after, man. And that means a lot for us because you can get there in that role and completely drop the ball, brother.
Yes.
So
I appreciate that, brother.
We don't take that lightly, brother. And we like to start off. Let's start from the beginning because by the end of the show, what we want our listeners to know is who is Ramon, what you go through, how did you overcome some of the things. But let's start from the beginning, brother. What were tell us about growing up, some of your early inspirations, bro.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I grew up in an interesting location. I grew up in the state of Ohio. I was the only Black family in a town of all white neighbors. And so, side note, I didn't realize that I was Black, as it were, until I was a bit older. And that's in a good way. meaning grew up just people. My best friend, in fact, he's a reporter in Tennessee. His name is Tommy, white kid. Me and him grew up together, and it was a great home, 2-parent household. Blessed to say, things were good. We just rode big wheels. People probably don't know. They only know TikTok. Big wheels, the little things you sit with the plastic seat, and the wheels.
We had those.
You had those?
Foreign community is what Kane's son, Jada Pinkett's son, had in Menace to Society.
That's a fact.
Come on now.
But those
big wheels and Huffy bikes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did that, move from Ohio, man. My parents are ministers, and moved from Ohio. And I would say the rest is history, but I moved to Ohio, graduated from high school, worked at the United Nations, got fired, became an entrepreneur, and now I get to be on the show with Joe. That's about the short.
So where you move? It's a lot right there. It's a lot to unpack. How did you get from Ohio to the United Nations? Right. What does that look like?
All right. So I was wanted a part-time job. And a lady in my church said, Ramon, if you apply to the United Nations, there's something called the General Assembly. You can look it up, United Nations General Assembly. Those in New York area, you know it, right? The streets are closed from September to about November. All the heads of state, you can't get nowhere. JFK, John F. Kennedy, the road near the United Nations, JFK Parkway, whatever it is. Yeah. So point being that area.
It's on First Ave.
That's right. First Avenue in the 40s. Exactly. Mm-hmm. And so I applied there to be, in essence, we'd call it a secretary. And I got the job. I failed the first test. My father, though, he prayed at me and things of this nature, but I got the test and passed the test. Was a secretary called administrative clerk at the United Nations. Was there for many, many years. Left there being administrative officer. So I had a big jump in my pay, big jumper promotion. There was a guy there. I'm sure you knew working people like that. They just don't like you. They don't know what's inside you. They don't know who you are. He made a mess of me being there, and but it was for my good. And I eventually got fired because I wouldn't give up entrepreneurship. That's the point. I was an entrepreneur, started several side hustles right there, and I wouldn't be here today if I wouldn't have got fired. And that launched me to start my own businesses. I started 5 companies, sold 3 companies, authored 5 books in the blogging and podcasting space. And that's who I am.
We gotta slow you down.
You're too seasoned. Ramon, you're too seasoned.
Listen, we gotta slow you down.
It's your show. You won't slow me down. Go ahead.
First question I have is, at what years were you at the United Nations? Because I actually was a part of the renovation team, and we actually renovated the GA building and all of that.
That's right.
There.
Y'all were there. You made my life hell when I couldn't go up to the 38th floor anymore.
Oh, yeah, that was us. And that was us. Yeah, that was us. Yeah, then that was us.
And Sanka, the Sanka. Yes, that was when I was there. So I was there. Had to be early 90s for the next 10 plus years. Yeah. So I was there.
Yeah,
but y'all did a good job. You kind of redid the whole UN differently in the side building.
Yeah, that was nice. we had to actually build a temporary building to move everybody into while we did the other one. But it was a pain in the ass every day getting through that fucking security. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, you go in the morning is good, but when you come out for like lunchtime and break and getting in that line in the middle, it just started to get a little bit annoying and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
It's a small world, man.
Yeah,
maybe we pass by each other, man.
What's the odds of that shit?
Huh?
What's the odds of that shit?
Yeah, man, we did that. I've done it for a while, man, and we did a lot of good work. It was about 5 GCs there, man. We was there for a couple years. We did a lot of good work there. When,
it was good. I must say the new building was built well. That had all the technology in it, unlike the older building didn't. So
the only problem with that, luckily, the only problem with that is everybody couldn't get in the building because obviously it's the UN. So you need, I think it was like a Fed 3 background check clearance. It took almost a month for you to get cleared, for you to even get your badging across the street, to even get in the building. It took almost a month to get clearance for that. Yeah.
It's a small pass office, right? The small pass office.
Yeah, across the street. Yeah, exactly. So unless and that's unfortunate too, because that job was a very lucrative job, and I would have liked to see more people there, but I could definitely understand with diplomats and we're walking in the hallways and stuff like that. You want people to be as trustworthy as possible. So look at that, small world, man.
Small world, man. Makes sense, man. So you applied for the U. Matter of fact, let me ask you a better question. What was the first side hustle while you was working?
First side hustle, I was so we had a travel agent named was Vivian, and he was right next door to the United. I was in 2 UN Plaza, Chadeo will know 2 UN Plaza, so he was right next door to a small little travel agency, right off of us between 1st and 2nd on 44th. Walked in there, we used to get paper tickets. Those who don't know, the little children amongst us like paper. We used to like tickets were like paper, like touch them, no pad, no app. You know what I'm saying? Back in those days, they'd come out of a printing machine. Like, you know what I'm saying? The little, so, people look, what's a paper ticket? So, but he used to issue his tickets and all that. And his name was Vivian. His computers were not networked. And the blessing of me being at the United Nations was I was in the world of CompuServe, Prodigy, AOL, when USB thumb drives were like hot commodities. You get what I'm saying? That kind of era. And so I'm like, dude, you don't have your computers networked. Yeah. I can get them networked. You have one computer using a modem. I can have all computers share it. So that was that era of before networks were very popular. I'm 51, by the way. So that gives you a sense of, when it was. So that had been when I was about 20, 21, 22, whatever that math is. So that was my first side gig. I said, he's like, Ramon, can you do it? I don't know how much he gave me, $25, $50, whatever the amount was. I connected his computers, went to Radio Shack at the time, got the little plastic strip. You take the back of it off, stick that sucker against the wall, open the little door up, put cat cable, Ethernet cable through it. So I'm a geek through and through. So that was my first side hustles. Another one was, because y'all said to slow down. So I'm trying to add a little more detail here. I learned quick, right? I'm trying to go slow.
Good.
Okay. So then the word got out. So like a United Nations security officer, can you come to my house and install memory for me, install a modem? Went to his house, installed that. He's sitting there staring at me. I had short circuited his computer, had to buy him another one.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
It is what it is. And those security guards, some of them are big dudes with a piece on them, Chadeo.
But time out. Now, this is from one geek to another, right?
Let's go.
If you're installing memory, we're talking RAM chips, yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how did you, even if the board wasn't compatible for that, size of RAM chip, how did you sort the computer out? Like, what happened?
Memory and modem. So computer sitting there. Everything's open. So so not just the chip where you pull out the SIM card, right? Hit the little two connectors, pull that sucker out.
Exactly. Right.
Everything was open. Pulling that out, and probably had a hard drive out too, and modem. So put it in wrong, and then I could hear it, something popping.
Yeah. So sorry, Jarrett, but we talking geek talk. Because I used to build computers, so a lot of times you might have forgot to change the configuration of the motherboard when you put the RAM chip in. So that's funny though. Listen, hey,
let me give you a secret, Chadeo. I was a fake geek, and I still am. Meaning, I just learned like. You know what I'm saying? Like today you go on YouTube and I watch Jarrett change his tires and I think I can too, but I forgot 2 screws and the car goes off the side of the road. So that's kind of like me. Like I'm like, it can't be that hard, but I learned on him and then I did ever since. So
that's right.
But that's a phenomenal mindset to have. If I see it, I can learn it, I can do it, because that's pretty much how I learn myself. I'm a very visual learner. That's why when it was time for me to actually go to college, I didn't do remote because it would be too many distractions. Like I need to be there, sit in front, and I need to absorb everything. You know what I mean? Because I'm a visual learner. Like I need to see it. But I feel like once I see it and I process it, then I got that attitude. Like, oh shit, it can't be that hard now. Let's go for it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And side note, talking about college, is that I went to college for about 1.5 years, 2 years, paused it because working full-time at the United Nations was just too much for me.
Yeah.
And the deal was, if you finish your college degree, you'll get promoted. And thankfully, I got it. So just wanted to add that for those out there listening, whatever. I didn't have an easy path. I didn't have like a straight path. I started college, stopped it, and got my college late, like 5 years later. So just wanted to share that in there as well.
Yeah, no, you just got to get it. Everybody's path is different, man. But the fact that you had the entrepreneurial mindset and you saw, I think the most important thing for me in that story is that you saw a problem and filled the void.
Yes.
You saw the problem, right? You could easily walk past and say, let me go to work. I got too much shit on my head, and my girl's arguing, but everything, life is life. And
facts.
But I'm going to fill that void, don't know the price point, and I'm going to figure it out and learn. And then how did you grow them other side hustles? So you're doing that for multiple people, words getting around like, yo, Ramon's doing great work. What are some of the other things? So I would love to get to know how you got to the exit.
Absolutely. Sure. So again, I saw the companies I've started, and you can walk me through this again. If I get too distracted, Chadeo, you just hold your hand up. It's a good visual. And I know and you bring me back because I can go off. I can some days I forget where I am.
We love the energy. We love it. Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, can I go? I can go on a side. I can go on a side note real quick.
Go ahead.
Let's do it. Let's do
I'll
it.
show you something.
This your show.
At the United Nations, I was talking to my boy. He's in Charlotte. His name is Emilio. Talking to him about book publishing, and I was looking at this book from American Management Association called Technology Solutions for Growing Businesses. That's for you, Chadeo. Technology Solutions for Growing Businesses. Talk about hustle. I did the PDF at the United Nations, and I shopped it around to Wiley & Sons, the publishers. I went on Amacom's website. They said, email us. I emailed them and said, listen, I typed 30 pages, Word Perfect. Anybody know Word Perfect? Typed 30 pages of it. And lo and behold, they said, if you did 30, just write enough like this, and there goes my book. So my point getting at, just showing people goes back to the hustle. But I'll pause. Go ahead, Jarrett.
No, you get a school bell. Second period, y'all.
Come on now. But what I did was basically, so I started 5 companies. Family Computer Consulting Services was the one I just talked about, dealing with computers. I dissolved that, small, just didn't feel like doing it. Second thing I did, then I bought the domain smallbiztechnology.com in April 1999. So I bought that domain name and I built that into a blog, and I sold that, in fact, 20 years later in 2019. So that's smallbiztechnology.com. Third business was Small Business Summit. Small Business Summit was a event business I did once a year. Started that in 2006, and I sold that to another blogger. We had about 300 to 400 people come annually. So I sold that to another blogger. That's Small Business Summit. Fourth business then was smarthustle.com. Started smarthustle.com in 2015, and I'm proud to say I sold that to Zen Business 7 years later. So if you look on Zen Business's site, you'll see some of my content on their site. That's Zen Business. And then today I own zoneofgenius.com. So,
but you said something, and I swear I was just talking to Wifey about this yesterday. Yeah. The power of buying domains and domain acquisition and how lucrative that shit can be. So for context, we used to do something like, we used to do domain acquisitions for big brands, like big banking businesses. So say, for instance, they have like, let's say Chase for Business or something like that, right? They have a particular campaign they want to do. They want this particular domain, but you've got that domain. You've been sitting on it since 99. Right. And the value of that, based on the traffic and all the different metrics that they look at, gives you an estimated value of what that's right. Like. And if they call you and they want that, I've seen some domains go for 50, 100 G's. Yeah. 200 G's just for you owning a domain. If you go to GoDaddy.com, you can own a domain right now for $21.99 for the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's a great investment for anybody thinking. Just think about the keywords. Think about things like this. Imagine if you just had, I'm just trying with something like you said, Small Business Summit.
Yeah.
Businessconferences.com. And somebody comes up with business conferences, something. He wants to come up with an aggregate website to connect all the conferences in one place, but you got the domain. You don't even have a website up.
That's right. That's right. Can somebody see if Jarreo.com is free? Jardeo. Tell me if Jarreo.com is free. Not now, but after the show. I'm gonna sell it back to y'all for a couple million.
You said Jardeo. I just called on now. Yo, but that's mad lucrative, bro. You ever heard about that? Though you never like the domain acquisitions?
Oh, no, yeah.
You heard about that?
Well, that's what I did with Smart Hustle. Smart Hustle, I sold to Zen Business for a couple $100,000. It wasn't directly just the domain, but I built the IP and content on it. Absolutely, all day.
IP and the content. How do you value the IP and the content? How do you value that? Because do you feel like, in hindsight, that you left any money on the table in the deal? Is there anything that you would have done differently?
With small biz technology, yes, but not in a bad way. I sold it to a buddy of mine, fellow blogger, during COVID. I needed some cash. He saw value in it. I needed the money. Boom, way too low. But no grudge to him. It was mutual. So that's one. Sold it low. In the case of Smart Hustle, I'm very proud of that. That was sold for about a couple $100,000. And it was fair. I pushed them as much as I could. They say, this is all we'll do, kind of a take it or leave it. And then I said, well, how about this? Why don't you give me a consulting agreement for a year? They said, done. I was happy.
Yo, listen, hold on.
Where's the sound? Where is this?
You gotta listen to him. You can learn something.
Because I was going right to it, because that's the perfect one behind that one. Like, I like this guy right here, man.
Thank you, Chadeo. Yeah, but it's something I have to learn, right? Everybody, those who are listening to us, it's conversations like this where we doing as best we can, but then somebody says, oh, you can upsell. My boy Lamar Tyler, Traffic Sales and Profit. So point being, you learn from other people, how to scale and how to grow and how not to leave money on the table, which you just said. What can I do to maximize the opportunity? But to be fair to the other side of the table too. I think that's important too, so we both feel value. Because I will.
The only thing I would add to that
Rocking.
is you hit a very specific note that I don't want to go by. And you said at the time. See, timing is everything, right? For you, for the person that you're doing business with, for society in general, right? You sell too early, then you can undersell maybe vastly, right? If you sell too late and now maybe you're not one of the primary people that was involved or the number one person, the only person doing it, then you might get a lower value also. So it's all timing, right? But life be lifing, right? Sometimes, look, you got to take, it's a loss in general of what you know it might be worth, but if it helps you stay afloat, and if you're a creator, you can just recreate something again, then you got to do what you got to do to keep the train moving at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Baby.
You gotta do what you got to do to keep the train moving.
Y'all know this is funny, right? So y'all used to this, but a person like me, this show is just funny, man. Yeah.
Now we appreciate it, man. We design it. We design it because look, we do business, we do marketing. It might not be the sexiest topic to people. So we have to, you know, with our people, their attention span is very quick, very short, especially for new viewers, new listeners, people new to the show. So it's no way that we can sit here and have an hour conversation, a 2-hour conversation, a 3-hour conversation, a 4-hour conversation, and not spice this thing up, because anything gets boring and monotonous after a certain point in time. So, you know, we design it that way so that, you know, people can come on and really enjoy the experience of being on the show.
I mean, when he's partying, he's partying.
Yeah.
When he's partying, he's partying. So you sold the businesses, right?
Yes, sir.
What got you into? Because those are vastly. You didn't have to work and develop your personal brand. Because you could have took the win. You could have stayed silent. You didn't have to develop a brand.
Fair
what
enough.
made you want to develop that brand and put yourself out there to, you know, kind of segue to where you are today?
Yeah, I have to give credit to probably my boss at the United Nations, Jean-Marc Quacot, a Frenchman. Bonjour.
Bonjour. French fries.
Come on now. You know, at the United Nations, I must say I got to hone my skills, not only as a techie, because again, that was the precursor to, you know, downloading the Mozilla web browser for the first time, that era. But also he said something very smart. I worked at the United Nations University, think tank of the UN, headquartered in Tokyo, their office in New York. He said, Ramon, our scientists are very smart people, but the people we need money from, they're not scientists and they're not dumb, but they're generalists. We have to showcase what we're doing. We have to educate them what we're doing. And he was one of the first people in the United Nations putting up flyers on the wall, doing live streaming, no StreamYard, live streaming 20-something or whatever years ago it was. Wow. So that's where I really learned from him the art of showmanship, of telegraphing. I'd never seen step and repeats before. He got a step and repeat. Never seen it before.
Wow.
But that's what I learned from him.
Almost everyone in there but that.
Wait, you're not on mute, bro. No, I don't know. You talking? I heard you, bro.
No. What he when he pulled out the book and stuff, he's talking about the United Nations. Yeah. So when I do these big projects, you know, you need credentials, and it, you know, it tells you your title and who you work for and your position. So I told him, you know, I don't know if you can see behind me, but we always keep, anytime we go to events and anything like that, we keep the label. Yeah, right. Right. So I make it a point. I just got to think about, because United Nations was different, because for anybody that doesn't know, right? United Nations is considered a sovereign nation, right? Even though it's in New York, it's actually like its own country, like its own, you know what I'm saying? NYPD.
Own security too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Even FDNY, they can't, if there's a problem, United Nations security and everything, they handle it first, and they have to actually invite NYPD or FDNY onto the property. NYPD, FDNY, they cannot get past those gates without permission. So I was just checking to see if I still had my ID card. That's what I said to my son, because I have almost all of my ID cards from every single job I've done. But I know the United Nations was different because of the security clearance. I think once we finished the job, I think we had to return the ID. So I just had them go upstairs and check, because I keep them all together if I still have my ID, so I can show you the ID.
I love it.
Oh, he's going for good content, man. But you said something. He said 20 years ago, a Frenchman came in and said, "Yo," but guess what? That's every customer. That's most customers in tech.
That's right.
That's most customers in tech, right? Do I know generally what your product does and how it can help me? Yeah, but I need you to show me. I need you to put it in a way that how is it going to How is it going to basically solve issues that I'm dealing with right now? And then you have to know which issue that I care about deeply enough to sit there and watch that and how I'm going to, and take that. So that's what I did with sales, bro. That's exactly what we did with sales. I'm sitting there thinking in the crib, I'm like, okay, cool. I've been Sandler training, this training, and they tell you hit the pavement, call this, do that, build relationships. I'm doing 1,000 calls. I get one fucking meeting for the week. I'm feeling like a loser at the end of the week. My quota is not close. You know what I'm saying? I've had to smash quota. And I'm like, how do I make it where it's just this? I need it to be, how can I get 8 to 12 straight quarters of consistent performance?
And what did you do, by the way? What was the secret there? What'd you do?
No, I put myself out there because I didn't have a black book. So at that point, it was like, it's the leverage. You have the leverage because I'm reaching out to you.
Yes.
And if I'm reaching out to you a problem, I don't know that problem. Same way like you being a generalist. I don't know what you're doing on a day-to-day and what you're willing to throw budget at. So without knowing that information, what I got to do is find a way to connect with you. What's important to you? How can I get that valuable information? And how do I put it in a way that's digestible that you and maybe 5 to 10 other competitors can sit there and rock with it as well?
That's it.
And then what I did though, also, because we're an agency. So I got to be a generalist. So sometimes I'm talking about SEO. Sometimes I'm talking about marketing. Sometimes I'm talking about shit. Me and Cuzzo just had a crazy night and whatever. So I put medium rare steaks up on LinkedIn. Got liked by the CEO of Stars Entertainment. I asked him for a role in power. Straight up and down. He didn't respond after that. But I keep it real. But I was damn sure asked him for a role.
Yeah.
But those are the type of conversations, right? So like if you just build your brand, you don't know what type of opportunities are coming. Once I saw that, within the first 90 days, but we closed a $450,000 deal on LinkedIn. No cold call, no email, the biggest deal of my life, $80,000 commission. Didn't even work for it.
Yeah. And that shows the power of you got to be add the personal flair too. It can't just be just business,
yeah.
SEO, speeds and feeds, a little bit of your personal life, whatever you do. I mean, you got to, people want to know the human behind it as well. And can we work together or not work together? So I think
that's it.
Definitely to that. I mean, to your point, one of my clients, SAP. Now they sent the email, but here's what I heard because they're based in Germany. Ramon, we know you eat burnt pancakes and bacon. We need you to host our event. I'm like, hallelujah. Meaning they something in me, the energy I had, they knew they needed that to up level, make their event not boring. Global $1 billion company, SAP in Germany. So to your point, you got to rock that personal side. Don't be afraid of it. It's an asset, in my opinion.
I ain't gonna lie. I was on the website before we came on. I'm like, man, the burnt pancakes and this. You put all that on the website and that shit closed the SAP deal?
Yes. They recognized that and said, if you do this and all the other videos they checked out, we need what you're doing at our event. Because they knew they were a little straight-laced and good company, powering the top 500, Fortune 500 brands, but everybody wants a little something different. And you can be it yourself, as y'all are, or you can buy it.
But the question is,
Epson buys a Shaquille O'Neal?
But do you think there's a specific way you have to be to enter that market? That's the one market that we haven't done. We've done a lot of different conferences. We've done a lot of things. The one thing we have not done yet is a keynote speak.
Well, you said yet, but wait.
We're gonna do it.
Wait. Hold on, Ramon. What are you famous that I always say you like to do?
Manifest.
All right then. So manifest it. We ain't did it yet, but manifest it.
Oh, no, we're gonna do it. I'm trying to expedite the process. That's all I got. I'm trying to get to the yams, God. Come on.
Get to the yams, baby.
Because we had another speaker. Shout out to Marcus Shadow. That's our guy, man. Yeah. He had a pool business in Virginia. It was about to go under right in 2008. Came up with a business, started creating content for the pool business. And like you said, it wasn't just this pool. It was how does it help? How does it do this? All the different things. He went on his website. What don't I do? So you know exactly what I do and how to differentiate myself from the competitors. And then he's commanding. He told me 2030, that's what I command to get on stage. Yeah. So I'm like, God damn, I cannot just get one. So what I'm asking you is there a specific way? Because we're very authentic, right? If I don't want to go if I can't show up as me. And I'm wondering if that maybe hinders it. Because
what would your message be? What's your message that you want to share? Your top 3 messages you want to share?
Top 3 messages is that you can be who you want to be successful. You can be yourself, right? You don't have to be in a particular box because we're outside. That's the name of our company, Outside the Box Digital. Yep. The best campaigns, the best thoughts are from diverse thinking and outside the box thinking, right? I don't want to be just a cog in the wheel. Secondly, I want to inspire people that look like us. Because when I came in the industry, I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have a Ramon or anybody to be like, yo, Jay, this is how you wear your clothes, bro. You sitting there with baggy slacks and shit. This is not how you. This is not management material.
Right.
Now, had I known that,
management, not for some management. Go ahead.
For some. Yeah. But you gotta deal with the cards that you dealt with at that time.
Right.
And I didn't know I was playing a game with
I see. Then sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So those little things that was like, hey, that might have expedited that. Instead of me taking 3 years to get to that management role, it might have took me 6 months. You know what I mean? So I look at things like that. So I want to be the person and say, hey, look, I'm able to get this amount of money, make a successful business, and I did it with a hat and a hoodie, and I did it myself. You can do it, I can do it. So that's the go through. And 3, shit, it's just generational wealth, man. But generational wealth, man. That's what I want to be able to show, like, yo, look, this is what the hell we're doing, man.
But here's the but. Here's the but.
What's the but?
Here's the but. If that was meant for you, then you would have had it. The universe don't play around when it comes to what's meant for you and what's not meant for you. You understand? That's just bottom line. Like, that's why let me tell you something, Ramon. When I promise you, like, I'll send you videos. I promise you, if you think we are hilarious virtually, you have no fucking idea of how we act in person. There has not been an event that we have been to that we have not completely turned that event upside down. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
As we show up as us. So if you
which you said you went to the event, but that means you did speak or didn't? Clarify.
Just as patrons or
gotcha. So we've done 2 speakings. We've done one at LinkedIn headquarters, and we've done another one at Podfest down in Orlando.
Right.
That was both this year.
Right.
But non-paid.
If you would have, any change in your path, you don't end up here now. So you understand? So it wasn't meant for you to be a speaker then, because you might have made enough money and been successful, and then this is never created. So that wasn't meant for you. You understand what I'm saying? It was meant for you to get the knowledge and do what you needed to do to move you forward. See, now that we're in a different position, when you get to do it now, you can truly be authentic, because whoever is requesting you to do it knows exactly what you bring.
Who you are.
You see? There is no changing your hat, changing your clothing, cutting. There's none of that. We want Jarrett exactly the way he is. So be grateful for the fact that you didn't get it. All that did was help us to get to where we were supposed to be anyway.
That's what I was going to say. Why they hit the nugget button? I need my own nugget button.
That's it, man.
So here's two suggestions, or two or three suggestions I have. And one is you buy your own way into it or not, but 2 routes.
Okay.
For example, I can see you setting up a media booth at a South by Southwest, Gary Vaynerchuk's VCon, Black Tech Week, some big event, and you setting up a dope branded booth like Imus would do back in the day, or whoever the shock jock of the day is, but dope mic. You don't have to be too fancy, but a little branding, what y'all want to do yourselves, but just tight, like matching 2 gaming chairs, whatever, mic and all that. And show up and be the media. Invite people to your booth at the big events. It could be Salesforce, Dreamforce, HubSpot's Inbound, or a number of them, Essence Festival. You be there with a little 400 by 400 or whatever, like a size of a small office that fits yourself, 2 mics and 2 guests or so. So that's one. You do that, and you bring people to your ecosystem within the event. That's one. Number 2 is part of that. When people see the branding and all that, whether you do it then or if they don't quite want to do it then, next time, then they invite you to bring that show on stage. So it's either after the launch or beginning, or it's otherwise that you bring that show on stage and set it up so it's a full experience. It's the Cirque du Soleil of OTB. I take it where you want to take it. That's what I was saying.
Every week we talk about this all transformative experiences. Transformative experiences. What is the experience? And we're actually doing one right now. And then also another brother, Mario Armstrong. You kind of remind me of Mario too, man.
You got to save this clip. You said, I remind you of Mario. Oh, Mario, did you hear that? Did you hear that, Mario Armstrong? Did you hear that? I don't even have the glasses you have. I don't have the sneakers. I speak as fast, and I don't got the little curly hair that you got.
He got the I'll be sure. He's smooth as hell.
Yeah, I didn't see. I didn't say that. See, Mario, that was Jarrett. He said that. I didn't say it.
That's real, because he gave us similar advice. He said where you guys are right now is you're building a brand. He said something called free to feed. Free to feed. Right now, be at the spots, go to the places, show up, create the experience, and then they're going to return in action. So that's where we are right now. So our business is only maybe about 18 months, 19 months old.
I love it.
And we're here doing that now. So we're going to be doing that at Black Week. So Black Week is going to be the first of its kind of things.
I'm about to tell you that we're actually going to do exactly what he's talking about.
Oh, Damon's thing? Damon Johnson thing? Is that Black Week?
No, it's going to be so it's like the top big Black creatives in the big agencies. They're coming up with a big conference for Black tech, right? How do we evolve? How do we do this? Shout out to Walt Gear, Dre, the whole entire team. And we're going to be like the unofficial official podcast. So we're going to talk to like Jonathan Mendenhall from Airbnb and all those people, right? That's what we're trying to do.
I will plug you into even more spaces. You want to go to the United Kingdom?
Why wouldn't I?
Well,
with 10,000 creators, UK black business. I know the producer of it. I'll hook you up with him. His name is Raphael, a good guy. Only problem with him, he speaks in British English. You could tell him I said that too. But he's good.
We'll look great. We love the opportunity.
What's wrong with this guy, man?
The opportunity.
I love you.
Fucking British English. Hey, mate.
Hey, mate, I hit with the UK drill.
Have a time.
Yeah,
It's rainy out here a lot, man. Let's go to London Fog Store.
that's him. But he's good people, smart, good people. He's built a powerful ecosystem of business owners. So that's a kind of a big event. I can see y'all doing it. And then part of the deal, you speak on stage. Oh, and the third part of it is bring your own sponsor. If you got to sponsor your own client, whatever it is, say, listen, we got these 4 places booked. We'll bring you there for $100,000 this year or $500,000, whatever the deal is. Brand a microphone, brand the whole thing, constant contact, whatever.
Do you have any game that you could share? Do you have, like, I know you got the podcast and things like that. Have you gotten sponsors? What has been your experience gaining sponsorships?
Oh yeah, that's my thing. I mean, for sure. In 2005, I had my first event called the Small Business Summit. I put the event together, building landing pages. Tip 1, I manifested. A year ahead, I'll build a landing page that I want. And then I happened to. So that's one. I had the connections though because I am the media. So I have a lot of people pitching me, as you may have, to cover something. Because zoneofgenius.com, it's a blog. It's a legit media company, just like BuzzFeed. We're a little smaller. So I get pitched all the time. So I cover companies. So now that I cover companies, I built the trust and I have the relationship. I boomerang that. Hey, QuickBooks, hey, Intuit, I'm having a big event next year. Would you like to attend it? 2005, they got on the call, the freeconferencecall.com back in the day before we had Zoom. Beep, 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 beep. 7 of their execs, 5 of their execs. Hey, Ramon, I'm vice president of this, blah, 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 blah. And then me, boop, hi. Just me. I'm my own team. They were like, beep, 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 beep. On their side, me was just beep. So got on there and I pitched and I breathed faith into them. Have you done this before? No. Is this your first time doing it? Yes. Can you guarantee we'll do it? No. But I said, listen, if you invest, if you sponsor this event, not if you support me. No, that's one mistake we do. Can you support a brother? Can you support? And there's time for that, but not in this conversation. I am just like South by Southwest. I am just like any conference you've been at before. This is a sponsorship conversation, not support me. I don't want your support. I want your money. So I said, can you sponsor me? Why? Boom, 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 boom. Next thing you know, they sponsored me for, I want to say about $15,000 and $20,000. One of my first sponsors. I sold it and conveyed, manifested, but whatever, y'all know what I'm trying to say. I made them believe in me. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Was there any metrics tied to, like, our thing is we're doing all that stuff right now, right? So was there any metrics outside of the campaign? Was it just a branding campaign? Was there any specific KPIs they had attached to your sponsorship?
Yeah. Jarrett, say, Ramon, your following is kind of small. Why you? Say that to me, Jarrett.
All right, so Ramon, your following is kind of small. Why you?
Well, listen, Jarrett, thank you for asking the question. I appreciate that. You took Mary Forleo, Gary Vaynerchuk. They got millions and millions of followers, and you should do that. Inc. Magazine, Fox commercial. By the way, I saw y'all on the Super Bowl last January. Amazing idea. Slight difference. If you want the credibility of Ramon Ray, that's written 5 books, is the GOAT of small business success. If you want someone that's been on every podcast reaching small businesses, when Gary Vaynerchuk was looking for the small business expert to host VCon, who did he call? Me. There's only one person I know that testified to Congress, that interviewed the president, and that's interviewed all 5 sharks on Shark Tank. So yes, my following's not going to break your servers. You should buy Facebook ads. But if you want to be attached to the legitimacy, you want to be attached to the credibility, I humbly say, no, I don't even humbly say it. I just say it. There's no place for you to go but me. So, Jerry, you asked. That's what I would. That's what I.
Third, fourth period now, y'all.
Your goddamn chest. Shit.
But that's the answer to that. Because when you got the large following, it kind of just, hey, we BuzzFeed, Time Magazine, take your pick, CNN. What do you want? 100 million views or 500 million? Send us a darn check. See you later. Smaller, I got to speak and fight differently. I'm not playing the game of size, no pun intended. I'm playing the game of credibility, authenticity. I'm playing the game of do you want to align your brand with somebody who's a trusted source? If that's the answer, you should work with me. If you're looking for page views, buy Facebook ads, or better yet, let me do your video and buy ads against that.
Message.
I'm gonna tell you what, Ramon. You know, we started off electric, and I knew this was gonna be a crazy interview, but you know, based on that, I'm just like,
you have my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, bro, I'm ready to pitch. I'm ready to pitch somebody. Somebody gonna get this work.
Standing on business. He like, man, but let me tell you, like, I preach that almost every show, man. Like, I'm unapologetic, Ramon. I'm just being real with you. I'm unapologetic. This show is unapologetic because I just feel like, what do we have to lose anyway? Like, the most you can tell me is, no, we from the hood. We done heard no a million times already. Shit don't hurt my feelings if you say no. You understand what I'm saying? But if you want the real, if you want that authentic, like you said, you know what I mean? Then this is what you're gonna get guaranteed. You know what I mean? But you have to feel confident in yourself to know what to ask and know when to ask it, but also have the accolades or the foundation to back up your statement, right? You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, that's very important, but I preach it all the time, Ramon, like, yo, man, sometimes you got to say it with your chest. Like, sometimes you got to pop out and show niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Message.
You got to do it, man, because it's like, I'm not being funny, but like I said, it's like, what do we have to lose anyway? If you say no, then I don't lose because I didn't do it anyway. But if you say yes, now that's another opportunity for me to go in and show like this was the best decision for you to make, and execute properly for you, and then execute properly for the company and for the culture, because now they can see what we're doing consistently and just keep building on it. So
that's right. And the no means you can always come back. Meaning, unless there's a wrong fit or something like this, we don't use the internet or whatever, But I mean, hey, if it's no problem. I'll check you out in 6 months. I'll see you next year. I got you on my list, and we're gonna be good people. You're gonna see me in LinkedIn. You're gonna see what I'm doing. No problem. I'll be here. Call me when you're ready.
Right. But here's the thing. And we've said this on the show a bunch of times. That's true. And we've run into opportunities where people didn't want to work with us, before a certain point, and now they want to work with us. I'm just saying, I'm with you on that. And we'll holler back later. But if you didn't want to work with us at this level, and then you wait till we at the next level, just understand.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Today's price. It's not today's price.
I'm with the Jordan.
Yeah, it's not today's price. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, what's the metrics for if not to use for? If you're gonna use the metrics against me not to work with me, you better be goddamn certain that I'm going to use the metrics as a benefit for me. So if you're using metrics, well, why should I use you? How many followers? What's your outreach, right? What's your capability? If you're going to use that against me to understand, I'm going to come back and go, okay, guess what? Now we had 1.5 million. We had this, we had that. But remember, when we had that conversation before, that number, we was only at maybe 40,000. Now we had millions. The conversation's different because the outcome clearly will be different, right? Exactly. Makes sense to me.
Absolutely.
That is fire. That was a nugget.
Yeah. And I think there's a perfect segue to it. I gotta ask you, bro, because you just said you interviewed the president, Shark Tanks.
Yeah.
Yo, what was the mama I made it moment for you? Because we asked everybody, what was that moment for you when you just looked back and said, "Damn, man, I'm doing the damn thing, man. This is real."
Yeah. I think that there's a few, but I think interviewing President Obama, that just interviewing the president. Well, you sure you want to hear it?
Hell yeah, we gotta hear it. Listen to the people. Hold on, we gotta give you a horn. We gotta get you a school bell. We're going to 5th period, we moving past fast, y'all. Sorry. Let's get him, man. How do you get President Obama?
Well, he kept calling me and calling me and calling me. And he would be outside the White House. Ramon, can you interview me? And I'm like, dude, I can't right now. So he go back in, he sneak to the gate because it's like a little presidential exit entrance. Secret Service can't find him. And he go back in there, he come back out. No, I'm joking. Okay, so no, but Google had a contest. Go on, G. Google had a contest when they were trying to. What's up? Somebody's here. Google had a contest and they were promoting Google Hangouts back in the day. What's up, Adira? Good to have you here. Thanks for being here, Adira.
Yes.
Google had a contest. They were promoting Google Hangouts. They had like something with the White House, probably a little JV or something they were doing together. And they had a contest to apply to interview the president. It's my understanding that 3 100,000 people applied to interview the president over a period of time. I was one of 4 people who they picked to interview the president. My question to him was the only question I asked related to small business. And I guess they liked that question. So I was picked to interview the president. I went through a series of interviews, a series of setups. This is back in the day, slow modems, ISDN, broadband wasn't, that was the beginning of his presidency. And I interviewed the president. So that was 1. 2, probably testifying to Congress, just saying that is dope. But I think in recent days, the biggest thing I did, man, was when Gary Vaynerchuk asked me to be a host at VCon. Obama, the president, sure. Congress. But Gary Vaynerchuk, we all get bigger stars around now, but he's gangster. He was, I think we have to give him the homage of beginning stages, right, of personal branding. So the fact you're like a little schoolgirl, he knew my name. I was like, what? He knows me? It was a good moment. So, yeah,
that's a hard choice. I ain't gonna. Obama's like a fucking rock star, man. I don't know. Like I'm not real big on like celebrityism and all that. Everybody's a fucking grown man. You might have some more money than me. You might have some more clout than me, but we get dressed the same way. We do almost everything the same way. Yes. So we don't really get caught up in that celebrity shit. But I'm gonna keep it 100. Like that Obama shit, I definitely would be like, damn, this is Obama. Like,
we got Obama.
Yeah, it's like, it's because he's history itself. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, and to be able to be like, yo, let me be able to sit. And then he's a very, very smart dude. And then he's charismatic. And you know what I'm saying? And Leo. Leo.
I knew you were gonna throw it in there.
I'm saying Leo. Leo Nation. Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, I gotta ask you too. How did you prepare? What was the question?
Oh, just that. It was we had 4 people, very kind of scripted-ish, but it was my original question, but that was it. At the time, there were rumors that he was going to move the Small Business Administration under the Department of Commerce. And I asked him that straight up, and so he said, no, Ramon, I think we love small businesses and we're not going to do that. And that was it. But Chadeo, let me give you another perspective in Jarrett.
Yeah.
Yes, interviewing the president was good. But why still VCon gets into my mind? Because going back to personal branding, I can now say I was on stage with Deepak Chopra. I interviewed Guy Raz. I'm on stage with Drew Barrymore. I'm on stage with Cesar, Discovery Channel, little dog Chihuahua guy, Tim Tebow. So my point is, yes, can't beat the president, but still the cachet wasn't just Gary Vaynerchuk, but VCon, a 3-day event, the who's who of Digerati. So hence kind of like,
Of course.
That's what you're doing, celebrity CEO. He is the celebrity CEO.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That it just makes sense. And you were Deepak Chopra. How did life change after that? What was life like? How did business grow?
Yeah. I think it was more so a bio building. In fairness, did I get thousands more? But I think for me, it's every step further is where when I go to the big rooms, when I go to the Intuit, Zoho, Dells, and others, that's another feather to say, hey, my name is Ramon Ray. Not just that. My name is Ramon Ray. I've been on stage with Deepak Chopra, interviewed President Obama. Not just that. My name is Ramon Ray, what I just said, and host of USA Today Network's top show. Not just that. So I can keep building in the cachet like we do and grows.
Yo, bro, you different, bro.
We gotta hang out with Ramon in person.
Anytime, man.
They might kick us the fuck out. 3 of us with this type of energy.
Nah, this is crazy.
Because motherfuckers going to all be around us. Like, this is the fucking event right here. Like,
yo, bro.
Crazy.
Y'all are a fun bunch.
No, he's right though, because he did it's not like he didn't do it so good. It wasn't like he had to make a choice between the Obama and this one and that one, right? What he's saying is, yes, I did the Obama, and that was definitely, a milestone for me. But now branding and making it make sense business-wise, how do I move past that? Yeah. The one now, with the VCon is more beneficial to your business, to your personal branding, which is going to eventually, help you eat and help you secure more yams.
Right. And the relationships. David Meltzer was there. You may know that name. Maha was there, PR person for Gary Vee. So just a multiplicity of people whose cards I have, whose cell phones I have. Guy Raz, how I built this. You may know, some of you may know. You can't, that's, so hence, yeah. So, but I like it. It wasn't a choice. I had to make a choice. That'd be hard. Do I want to interview the president? Do I want to be, but I didn't have to. But for my feather in the cap, it's cool. Jarrett, what's up, brother?
So when you interview these people, right, we ask this question a lot. How do you how do you maintain the relationships, and when do you know when to make the ask?
Yeah,
we talk about this all the time, bro, because we got the
yeah.
same thing. Our problem is, I'm gonna be real with you, we don't ask for shit.
Yeah.
And that'd be the problem. We rather provide value. So
I agree. Not with you.
Okay.
So it depends on who it is. You know, I won't mention names. Well, I'll just say me and Guy Raz.
Yeah.
He doesn't need anything from me. You know, he's billions of followers, a whole nother. I mean, like you said, Chadeo, me and him the same. We both pee the same. We're both men. But you give a little honor as a word, gravitas. He's on NPR, trillions of views, you know, millions of books sold. So let's take him as an example. I can say his name public. You know, Guy Raz, I interviewed him. But there's nothing big. What am I going to say? Can you come and speak at my event? Sure. But I guess I don't have a direct ask of him, but I do know how to make it if I need it. Let me give you, though, the ask I want if I had to make a bigger ask.
Yeah.
Being with y'all today and where y'all growing, we reachable. Y'all big dogs, too, but we can simpatico. Yeah, Guy Raz is cool, but y'all building a network. You know what I would do instead? Yo, Dell, give me 100K. I'll blow you up huge before a brand new community. I'll give y'all 1% of it, 2%, 3%. I'll give y'all some percent of it. Maybe 50. We split it. We see. But you get where I'm going. I'm into building networks. So that's the asks I do. Meeting a celebrity like Drew Barrymore. She's an actress. I already know how she roll. What? Can I come on set and watch you shoot? Okay, maybe. Can I go on IG Live with you, Drew Barrymore? Yeah. Maybe. And maybe it was something, but I'd want to rock with her lawyer, her people. But for me, more so, if it's a creator, because I'm an empire building and I know my back end, I want to stitch together huge networks because I know how to find money. Well, maybe they can't, and we can work together. They have the channels, I get the money, and we both eat. So I don't know if that, it's not a direct answer, but that. Man, I got 2 back to back. Come on, man.
Listen, man.
Yo, this is, I want to take the hat off. This is, y'all got me fucking sweating. I'm ready to pitch, bro.
But that's my world, man.
Technically, like, listen, technically,
real.
We can laugh about it because we actually do the same thing. Let's be clear. Like, you're on the show now. So we normally say it at the end of the show, but because this is a perfect segue. So Ramon, welcome now to the More Than the Title family, right? So now, right? Welcome to the More Than the Title family. We've had 130 something guests from all walks of life, all success points in life, right? Millionaires, 100 millionaires, billionaires we've had on the show. Guess what? We take people that have been on the show and we introduce them to other people. Guess what, Ramon? We know a person that was, you know, maybe guest 122. We're going to put you together with them. Or if you look through our catalog and say, hey, I would love to meet this person. I would love that. All it takes is a text message to us, because at the end, normally what we do is we ask the guest to put their number in the private chat. We create a 3-way group chat between us and the guest. And now what that is anything that you need is direct to us. There's no managers, there's no middleman. We don't play those games, right? And we have connected dozens of people already, right? And what we do is we make the connection, and then we actually step away and say, listen, we just wanted to do this to you know, because that might not be our lane, but we're not gonna gatekeep because you can make it. Yeah. We're gonna make the intro. Listen, maybe you can help us down, you know, help us later down the line. We pay it forward. So now, welcome to the family. Understand that you're now part of the More Than the Title family. And if there's any guests, past and future guests, right, that come on the show that you would like to connect with, man, we'd love to put that together for you. And you know, be a part of your empire building and say, listen, we help put that together. You know what I mean? That'd be dope.
All for it. That would be very dope. And let me give right back. Yeah. I can't wait to introduce y'all to my friends at Minority Business Review and have y'all connected to that. Can't wait to introduce you to my friends at Black Tech Week. Let me help you with that. Can't wait to help you with my friends, Lamar Tyler, 1,000 entrepreneurs, including the Knowles family, many friends we probably know there. So people, if you're watching this is how we do it. We find complementary and build together.
This is enough to make you. It's enough to make you cry. Because something that doesn't get talked about, like we talk to a lot of people, man, and we just love the realness, man.
Yes.
Like we just love we don't want to do the gatekeeping. We don't ask for a dime, man. Bro, I could be my last job. I'll just keep it real with you. I was at Hootsuite, man. I was running sales, man. I was in a good job, all that stuff, man. I got fired. I could go back into tech right now. I refuse to, man. I cannot, because this is the purpose. And I say that to say what is your purpose and what does the mountaintop look like for you, bro? Because I know my purpose, man. I want to be outside. I want to be look like Nipsey in my hood. I want to be able to be like, yo, look, he was here. He's still here. And he's still outside. And we're going to have multimedia centers in the Bronx. We're going to have, book bag giveaways. We're going to bring you through. We're going to bring brothers like Paxton Baker through, Walter Gear through. Yeah, this is the most influential black man in corporate America. He's right here eating a hamburger with y'all. We got barbers that are giving out free haircuts. Like, that's what we're going to be doing. You know what I mean? That's our purpose. So, bro, what does that look like for you?
If I had to mention and distill it down, I definitely want to build and be in the media business. I love the aspect of blogs, connections, dealing and wheeling, and sponsors and brands. I don't have to do it all, but building this to a bigger empire that I could do alone. Because I want to stay in a home office. I want to rock with my wife. Clear. I don't want a tall building, gleaming building, and I don't want to do that. And number two, though, I am, but I want to be bigger as the Steve Harvey and Kevin Hart of small business success. I'm already that to some degree by God's grace, but I want a bigger platform, and I just want a bigger platform. What I'm doing now, but a bigger platform, millions of views for a show. I already have a show, but I want to do it bigger.
Well, hold on, wait, Jared. Let him keep going, because he said by God's grace, so I feel like he's preaching. So I want to just, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Since you guys,
come on now.
I feel like you preaching. You giving them all this on.
Because that is by you. Put the music on.
Put the music on. Put the music on.
But you talk fast, so I might have to give you the.
Y'all are too much. You caught that though, right?
We gotta set you up, man. You know what I'm saying?
You caught that, but that's what it is. And I'm there. I have a show, all that. Content is we all produce. Yeah. But for me, my vision is to keep doing it, but a bigger scale, and then have a big sponsor behind it. You'll have an agency. I don't really want an agency. I could, but I'd rather work with people and be a deal flow maker.
You said Steve Harvey. I don't know why. Just the way my marketing brain works is like, look, if you're trying to be the Steve Harvey of that, why haven't you created content or just the idea? Create content for the small business. There's a lot of family-run businesses, and guess what? Family always clash when they do business. Why don't you do some shit like that, where it's like, yo, business shit, and it's like a family fucking feud.
I love it. Can you give me? I love it. But so the Steve Harvey of small business success, entertainment. And he had a show. So not Family Feud, yes, but just broadly.
Something like that. You know what I mean? I'm just giving you an idea.
Yeah, but I'm looking for ideas. So we talk about it now. I have a show. I do a daily show. I'm looking for something that Seth Godin would talk about that has tension. Shark Tank is already there. So I could do a pitch show. I'm trying to find something to do that's one or two people would be excited to come on, but I haven't figured it out yet. So,
I feel like what, to build off of what Jarrett said, right? See, our main goal is to impact the community. But a lot of the times the community and what the community is going through, not only personal, but business-wise, is not broadcast to the media, right? Unless there's something tragic that happened that'll get clickbaits throughout the news cycle, right? So, like what we was doing a lot of times, like we get a lot of feedback and we get a lot of, just positive energy from the walkthroughs. You know how many different, so let's talk about Black business, right? So Black businesses, you know how many small Black businesses there are in the neighborhoods, but you don't know that they actually exist. You understand? You don't know what it takes for them to run this business. You don't know what they're going through to try to keep the doors open, right? We've started to do a lot of in-persons and go into these businesses and show you that this business is here. So if you want to support Black business, if you didn't know it was here, now it's here. But I think that's just a great, everything can be, tweaked and stuff like that. I think I'm being honest, like there's a lot of Black businesses and stuff that are staples in the community. For example, the barbershop. But you know how important the barbershop is in the Black community? Do you know how important the hair salon, the hairdresser is in the Black community? You understand what I'm saying? Like not in all communities, really, anybody that wants to look good, going out for graduation, a celebration, going out for a job interview. So you know what I mean? Things like that, I think is a no-brainer, because there's so many businesses that you would almost never run out of content, and each one is serving a different community, and each one has a different story behind it. Like, there's a lot of these barbershops that have been passed down from father to son to son. You understand what I'm saying? Grandson. Yes. This is 3 generations in, and there's a lot of other stories where, somebody might have got a windfall, some lawsuit money, and decided to open this up to, you know, now start opening up a business and serving a purpose in the community. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think, you know, we're going to do a lot of stuff around that, because I
Absolutely.
think that, you know, and we talk about us as a culture spending money once again, right? You know, I get a haircut like once a week. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That again, commerce wise, if we're talking about keeping the bounce of a dollar and trying to increase the bounce of a dollar, there's no greater way than that, right? Bringing awareness to the salons and the barbershops and even the people that do nails and stuff like that, right? That I've never seen a black owned nail salon, but I'm just saying that, you know, for the people that are servicing the community, if we want to build the community, we have to keep funneling and keeping the money within the community. And I think the only way that we can do that is to bring more light and more attention to the businesses that are actually in the community. Because if they don't know about it, then they're going to go spend their money somewhere else.
That's right. No, important. I mean, other communities do circle their money for sure. And I think communities have different layers. There's the Black community and, of course, the community we're in, which may not be the same. But I think regarding the Black community, for sure, I think building up other communities, whether the Jewish community, Asian community, Indian community, so many other communities in a good way, they self-support. You have that cultural affinity, that ethnic affinity, that financial affinity, that historical community, and it rains down. When you don't, you lose some of that. So absolutely 100%.
Message. And you know what it does also? So we talk about the authenticity factor, right? See, that's what sets us apart from a lot of the other podcasts, a lot of other interviewers in general. See, we're good because we're hood guys. We're good in the hood. You see what I'm saying? So we can walk around, and not only walk around, but we can bring millionaires and billionaires around, and with absolute certainty, like, don't you even got to worry about nothing.
Let your hair down.
Good here. Yeah,
I'm 20% hood. Is that okay? I'm 20% hood. Like, I grew up in Brooklyn. I was born in Ohio. Now I live in Jersey. So 20 to 27% hood by stats. I check my
zero.
DNA.
When you with us, you're 100% good.
you say like perfect example, right? You say like Steve Harvey, right? So we interviewed a guy's name is AD Dolphin. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Shout out to AD, man. Shout out to bro.
Shout out to the big homie AD, right? He has the #1 black herbal supplement company, I believe, in the United States, called D Herbs. Or it might be the world, right? So it's called D Herbs. Him and Steve Harvey, like, he done been on Steve Harvey God knows how many times. You understand? We brought him to the hood, took him to my barber, got him the fresh. Like, I can get a lineup like this, and God knows forever. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Walk them through it and show them, like, this is what we're doing it for, because this is technically your audience anyway. This is technically your marketplace right here, right? These are the people that are going to buy your products to be more healthy and things of that nature. So if you can show that realness where you're not afraid to come and get in contact with the people that you want to support you, that goes a lot. The ROI on that is
that. Come on, you can't calculate that.
Can't calculate that.
How many people, first of all, let's talk about it. How many people maybe have seen that video of him in the barbershop and said, they with my guys and I'm trying to get right, and I was going to go to GNC and I'm now rocking with D Herbs.
Right.
Didn't have a more than a title code. So sometimes that's the reason why we say impact over metrics, right? That's why I feel like attribution is just a fluffy ass fucking word that nobody knows in marketing, because you shouldn't be tracking. A lot of the shit that you need to know, you cannot track.
You can't.
You cannot track. You see all my posts, Ramon. First of all, you can't calculate this attribution right now. You leave on this show and you call 3, 4, 5 people. I can't track that. Then somebody randomly likes a post on LinkedIn. We start a relationship and we start building, and that's strictly from you. I can't tie it back to you, but I know you did something. So everything has a value, man. I think we just need to understand that. And I think a lot of bigger people that have brands just don't really see it for the smaller platform. All this shit matters. Yeah. All of it matters. Why,
you know somebody you got to interview? RJ White. She owns 3 men's basketball teams. I'm going to introduce you to her. He is gangster.
Not professional teams.
Semi-professional.
Okay.
Meaning, but yeah.
Okay, no, I'm just saying, because I never known a person to own more than 1 professional. She got 3? Call her right now. Call her right now.
Call her right now on the line.
Right now, and like, call her. Ramon, got to go. Let me.
Now we bring her on too.
We would love to. Matter of fact, I gotta ask you, what, because we want to share with you too, man. What's the craziest moment that you've had in content? What's the one, like, something crazy happened to you? Your computer shut off, something happened, or you had a crazy moment on the show?
I haven't had too many, but I mean, you know, but I was at Oracle NetSuite. You know, big exec was in the room, and it's a minor thing, but for me, it was nerve-wracking, and I forgot to hit the record button 3 times in a row. What can I say? Right. I was through the interview, and I'm like, I am so sorry. We are not recording. 1. Okay, Ramon, no problem. Let's go. Hey, welcome to my man Jarrett. What's going on, Jarrett? How are you? Good to see you today. Jarrett's going up. Jarrett, I am so sorry. I forgot to record again. Okay, Ramon. All right, we got less time, but okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Jarrett, what's going on, Jarrett? All right, sorry. Listen, Jarrett, welcome back. Jarrett from Oracle NetSuite. Jarrett, glad you're here. Tell us how you doing. Jarrett's crying. My mom is this. Jarrett's halfway through the Jarrett's good. Jarrett. And what could I do?
Yeah.
Rarely have I done that, but
Yeah.
it was just horrific. It was horrific.
Were you doing everything yourself, like all the pros, pre-production, all that shit solo?
I should, yeah. And I still do a lot. I mean, if you get a bigger deal, I'll bring somebody in, but profit margin, so.
Yeah, we doing everything. I'm editing, we cooking, we doing the flyers, we doing everything. Me and Cuz are doing everything. You shouldn't me? We would not outsource a thing.
And that's a side note too. Yeah, if you can, again, profit's different, but yeah, as you grow, you charge more, so you can bring a one or two person. It makes it so much easier, just to do it. But technically speaking, what I'm saying.
Yeah, so. but the value, the beauty of it is that now that we know it and we've done every facet of the business, I know who I need to hire and what kind of skills that they need to achieve what I need them to do for my business.
Yes, and nobody can tell you, oh, Jarrett, no, this can't be edited. No, I've been editing it for 2 years now. Sorry.
What you mean? Oh, you don't have to fast track? Oh, here you go. No, this is my process.
Right.
If you follow it to a T, this is what you can do. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
I'll give you, and I want to hear Chad too. What was my favorite moment or my most unexpected moment, the craziest moment? We had King Richard call. Venus and Serena's pops calling. She had him call into the show. We are sitting there talking to our brother, man. We're in a dope episode, and it was the episode for my birthday. It was like we sitting and celebrating.
That's a big deal, man.
Called in, man. It was like, yo, I'm listening right now, and I love you guys.
Hung up on him.
Hung up on it. It can't be him. Yo, we fucking potting right now. Hang up. He called right back.
Back.
This is King Richard. Stop yo, bro, I'm watching you. I love what you brothers are doing, man. Hilarious. All you guys, I'm listening, man. It's inspiring. And just that alone, man.
Yes.
Never fucking.
That's powerful. Chadeo, what about you, man?
Nah, my shit is embarrassing. I ain't even gonna hold you.
I gotta hear it now.
The leak on the leak. The live stream on the live stream.
On the live stream.
You had to go to the
I know about that. So I'm in my studio. I'm in my studio, and I think this is like one of the first. So background. I'm the business guy. Jarrett is the podcasting guy. Like when we got together, I didn't really do podcasting. I didn't listen to podcasts. I was a newbie to it, right? My cousin was the guru in it, and I partnered with him. So I'm still learning the ropes, right? I'm still learning the system, how to use the interface, etc. So you see how like if we have to go with something, we'll remove ourselves from the screen and go out. So at that time, we were just like turning off the camera and muting the camera. So my bathroom is like down here in the studio, like maybe 5 feet away from where I'm at right now.
I'm loving the story already.
So I turned the camera off, but I thought I muted myself, but I didn't mute myself. So I didn't close the door. So I go in there, and all you hear was. So now, but I'm gonna make you laugh even more. Like a lot of times, like I'll be bugging out, I take a piss, I start singing it, like I just thought, thank God I didn't start singing.
And Jared's probably trying to somehow alert you, please come back.
I'm saying the internet. What's your mama made it moment? Yeah, so my mama said, do you hear that shit?
Oh boy.
So I come back. So the guest is like, yo, that's the first time I ever heard a live stream on a live stream. Yo, we
that's hilarious.
But
you got to keep it real, right? You just keep moving. We human.
That's it.
But you know what though? I'm gonna tell you something, Ramon. Like, even though that was embarrassing, why I loved it, because it shows that we're unedited, we're unscripted. Like shit happens. See, that's the dope part about our show that's different from a lot of other people that will sit there and hold cards and what was your mother's name and what was her job at 1960? We're not doing that because when you're scripted like that, then you're asking questions, you're on a certain pace, and then you're only going to get certain type of answers. Right. See, when you're unscripted like this, then the people get a chance to truly get to know the person. Listen, it's a lot of times that we might have had questions that we might have asked of a guest, but never got to it because we end up getting so many different crazy stories. Right. The conversation ends up developing into, once again, with the universe, what it's supposed to develop into when it's organic. You understand? And I think our guests feel way more comfortable because We don't ask scripted questions. They know it's not clickbait. And then you get better responses. You get more emotionally based responses. And we've gotten a lot of stories that have never been told before that was told. You know what I'm saying?
That's the beauty. You don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
You come here, you're like, shit, I got something on my calendar 5:30. I don't know who set it up. Maybe I set it up myself. Maybe my assistant set it up. Somebody gave me an alley. I might have not done my research on these brothers. I have no clue what's going on. You come on the live and you get our energy.
I love it. What do you have against clickbait?
Ooh, that's a great question.
You want me to start or you want to?
Go ahead, bro. Let's go. Let's figure that. Let's go. Let's do it.
Thing about clickbait. I love it for me to watch it, right? I love it for me to watch it when I'm looking for that. But there's a lot of times I watch clickbait shit and don't subscribe to whoever's channel put out the clickbait because I'm not interested in that longevity wise. I'm just interested in that in the moment for a laugh. So we don't want to do clickbait because we want authenticity from a core audience that understands this is the precise message that we want to put out. We are a niche. We're niche. We're not everybody's cup of tea. We don't want to be everybody's cup of tea. We want to be exactly for the people that want to build and learn and help the culture move forward. So here's the problem with clickbait. Let's say we do some crazy shit or we talk about a subject that's in the media, right? And we go viral and we get all these new subscribers and all these new views. Now, these new subscribers are going to be looking for that particular content every single time now. And then when they don't get it, now our metrics takes a dive because they were only there expecting what we did to go viral. And if we don't continue that path to stay viral, now it looks like either we're changing up the game or we don't know what we really want to do. And that's just not the message that we want to send.
Yeah. And there's different levels of clickbait too, right? Absolutely, there's nasty clickbait. You know what I'm saying? There's this one has this one did this one stuck with this one's wife and that. Like we don't care if that's not progressing the culture.
And clickbait is not good. Does not necessarily mean using good headlines because I use good headlines because I want people to click, but it's not clickbait, as it were.
Yeah, exactly. Like good clickbait. Like we just had one. We just had On in Manhattan. Shout out to Jordan March. He's one of the cast members of On in Manhattan. We went down there to Sirhan, had a great time. Whatever. One of the biggest posts that we put out there is not who's following you. It's more important than who's following you. That's a clickbait.
It's not how many followers you got.
Followers.
It's
exactly. Who's following you? 1,000 views in 10 minutes.
Right.
Just boop, boop, boop. That's clickbait. Because you're like, oh shit, that's a bar within a bar. And now what is this brother talking about? So there's good clickbait and there's nasty clickbait. We try to stay away from the nasty clickbait. We don't want to be, I don't want to say shade room because we rock with shade room. We know what they're trying to do, but like you know what I'm trying to say, like that gossipy, Cardi B's pregnant and stuff like shout to her. We don't care.
And it's not for you, but there are the whole market of them. Yeah, I get it.
No, and matter of fact, this is a great segue right here. Hold on.
We gotta pay some bills. We'll be right back.
You talking about Mark?
If y'all don't buy, I'm gonna have to do some fucking clickbait. So let's go, y'all. We got the merch, we got the shirts, we got the beanies. Please scan. You got the coffee mugs, man. More than entitled. Bet on yourself shirts. Make sure y'all scan. It'll take you right to otbdigital.com. You can get your merchandise. You can rock with us on the show. We do real talk events once a month, as well as the fan appreciation. Come on the show with your merch, man. Tell your story. Have some fun with us. Share some of the energy, and let's rock out, man. But if you do not cop, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I'm saying? How do we stay focused? There you go, my brother. That's my guy. You know what I mean?
I love it. Listen, anybody who buys one, you mention my name and buy one, I will send you a copy of Celebrity CEO signed by me. My latest book, Celebrity CEO. Y'all buy any merch from OTB, you buy any merch, I will send you a copy of Celebrity CEO.
Come on, man. What are we doing? Come on. And we'll matter of fact, can we double that? And we'll tell you how to build relationships and revenue. We'll double it up.
Done.
We'll double it up.
Wow.
Let's double it up. We'll give you both so you can hear two different perspectives on building brand and get your brand off the ground. What we talking about?
And look good when you out.
Well, listen, once again, it's only for the serious. So we'll see who's serious about it, right? And here's the thing, Ramon. We by doing this, it has brought to the forefront the factor of the understanding that our people, we have two different types of mainstays in our people, right? We have the people that truly want to be successful and have the drive to do it. They just need direction and some type of resources and support system to do it. And then we have the other type of people that want to be successful, but really don't want to do the work for it. They just kind of want to invest their money and kind of sit back and watch it grow. And they want to kind of be hands off, like, hey, I don't want to do too much to it. Just can I put my money into it? And you guys look out for me. You know what I mean? We're trying to get more in contact with the people that want to get off their ass and do something. That's the only way we're really going to move this culture forward at a pace where it actually makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody else that's just kind of looking for the quick come up. This is 2024. If you're not paying attention to what's going on and realize that quick come up shit just doesn't exist, then you're in a bad space.
Cut the shit. Tell them to cut the shit. Come on.
The bad space.
No
because nobody's gonna be immune to this grind, man. Nobody's gonna be immune to this grind, and your input is gonna equal your output, man. What you put in is what you're gonna get back, and that's just really the bottom line. If you ever see, we talk about this. Like I got a love-hate thing for our culture, man. Like I love my culture, but sometimes like I want to just punch us, right? We promote shit so much, and we regurgitate things that we hear all the time without actually paying attention to what we're fucking saying, right? Or what we're regurgitating, or what does that actually mean, right? So everybody like you said, Steve Harvey and Kevin Hart, we're talking about human beings that technically, and I don't know their pockets, but from what it seems like, never have to work again a day in their lives.
Right.
But yet and still, one of the number one things that Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, and people like that have in common is the first thing out of anybody's mouth is, yo, do you understand Steve Harvey's work ethic? Do you understand Kevin Hart's work ethic? They get up at 4:30 in the morning, they run 3 shows. This is what I'm talking about. So we talk about it, we hear it, and it doesn't register. If this person that's worth hundreds of millions that sold out stadiums, that got shows and all of this shit going for them, that never has to work again for generations, if they're still doing it at this type of level,
come on.
Then what is that telling you? You understand what I'm saying? When they don't have. So if they're doing it and they're successful, and you want to even achieve a tenth of their success, why aren't you doing it?
It's a game within the game, man. They done already achieved generational wealth. Now they're talking legacy. Now they're talking legacy. That's the game within the game, man. So the matter of fact, and when you talked about something too, man, I would love to hear from you. What was the most difficult challenge that you faced in your business? Was it one moment that you was about to give up that was super tough, rock bottom, and you kept going? How did you get through that?
Yeah, I think during pandemic, when the world shut down, I had speaking lined up, and I had to make it happen. So I put a landing page together called the Survive and Thrive Small Business Summit. AT&T, Salesforce, and Dell came on as big sponsors, like for tens of thousands of dollars, and that I was able to feed my family. And if I talk too long, I'll start crying about it, man. So because I know y'all dialed in the same cloth, you just got to grind and think and make stuff up and say, what do I have? What don't I have? And let's make it happen. Maybe I don't have carrots. I got peas. Maybe I don't have water. I got milk. I'm going to make something. And that's what I had to do.
If you don't mind, I would love to hear that story. I ain't going to lie to you, man. I would love to hear it because like that's the shit that we need to hear. People see the end story. They see Ramon right now that's at Gary Vee, the conference. They see you interviewing President Obama, but they're not there on a random Tuesday when shit is tough as hell, man. So if you could walk us through that, like, that would mean something to me, man.
I was looking, this would be March 15th, I believe it was, 2020, whenever President Trump was closed, like that Friday or that, we knew COVID was coming, we heard about it.
Yeah.
This was when we knew it was COVID. We weren't sure it was going to happen. It's the same era of South by Southwest. I think it comes up in March every year, I believe. So I was refreshing the screen, wondering, will South by Southwest close? Everybody has their big oasis, their big marker. But me, I'm like, South by Southwest, they said they're still open. We good. The world's still flying. But I kept refreshing the New York Times screen. I'll never forget it. Refreshing South by at the same time. South by Southwest is canceled. Then I said, the world is over. It's done. All 100,000 people, whatever, all that millions of dollars revenue, they're not going to close. They closed. I had to think fast. What am I going to do? So I went to leadpages.net, which is the landing page company, but there's so many others like that. But just to share it, leadpages.net, started building a landing page. Not sure how I thought of Survive and Thrive, but that's just what we do, right? Names, Survive and Thrive Summit. Built it. And then I thought all the friends don't have to ask you, not signing contracts. I need you to show up online at like in days. Put all their names up there, bios. That was it's modern times. So put up a landing page, Survive and Thrive Summit. Then Dell, Microsoft, Salesforce, and AT&T. All 4 of them, because I have the contacts. I still do today. The relationships are there, like we hinted before with QuickBooks in 2006. Same playbook. Went to hey, listen, I'm doing the Survive and Thrive Summit. We're going to have thousands of people, I hope, who are going to attend. Y'all locked up. You can't travel anywhere either, by the way, Dell and people. You have to do lead generation. You still have money to spend in hindsight. Now, that's what I'm thinking. So I built a landing page, put them all together. Lo and behold, Microsoft is like, yes, by the way, we have a full-on production studio. Forget Zoom. Full-on production studio, remote. Yes, let's go there. Dell's like, we would love our executive to be there. We need thought leadership. Microsoft is connected to Dell, and lo and behold, happened there, because I'm terrible at sales. They're like, Ramon, did you mean that sponsorship is for each of us or combined? Each. Okay. No, I'm like, the email come through. They're like, can you just clarify, because we don't know how much budget to allocate. So I'm literally, one of the, you study. Yes, absolutely. And then Salesforce came on. So that was a nice chunk of change to carry me through, that very slow period as we were still figuring things out. And then, I had webinars and did online stuff, but and speak numbers. I think it could have been about 10K, 15K each, something like that. And that got us through quite a bit. So.
Bro, that's inspiring as hell, man. I'm about to put all 138. You shitting me? You kidding me? You shitting me?
Yes.
You kidding me?
Yes. I've done a 5-hour live webinar before, just doing crazy stuff like 5 hours, 8 hours live. All 135. There has never been a conference with 135 speakers that went like panels in 15 minutes and do it over 3 days, live, never stopping. I dare you to do it.
Woo!
You know what?
I dare you.
Let me tell you something. We should actually behind the scenes put something like that together, because let me tell you something. The way you feel about the show, and if any guests, I've never heard a guest not say almost the exact same verbiage of what everybody that's come on the show absolutely loves the show.
Yes.
And because we don't ask anything and we show up and we go to their events, a lot of times not invited, we just show up to support them and we show like, yo, you supported us, we'll support you, and we build that relationship. We could actually put something like that together. I would love to sit down, because I'm telling you right now, we got a lot of fucking rock stars that would love. And I'm talking about love. And this, forget just the our guests, because they're rock stars. The amount of special guests that they're like, oh, I'm gonna bring so-and-so through. That's gonna make it, phenomenal. Let me tell you something, Ramon. This is when I truly was like, we got something special, right? Mind you, I don't listen to podcasts. I told you I was new to this, things of that nature. My cousin was doing this, right? I can't hold you. Like, we did 4 hours, 2 minutes, and 38 seconds. Crazy. Non-stop. Over 500 people on one interview. That's our longest interview. And I tried to end the fucking interview at 2. Normally we do about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I tried to end it at 2 hours. People are still, I got threatened. If you stop this fucking interview, we sending viruses. Got threatened. I said, okay, let's keep going. At the 3 hour marker, I'm like, yo, this was phenomenal. Didn't you get the memo at the 2 hour marker? Motherfucker, keep. And we went for.
StreamYard had to kick us out.
StreamYard
kicked us out.
StreamYard was like, okay, motherfuckers.
Your plan and your bandwidth doesn't cover for this.
You got a limit. Yeah.
But I'm telling you, like I said, we normally do an hour and a half, 2 hours without trying. And I'm talking about without.
I got you.
We at 1:30 right now. We having
1:30. 1:30 right now. You know what I mean? So, for us to do something like that, even if it wasn't for 3 days, even if we did it like a straight 24 hours as like a prelim.
Maybe 24. Yeah, that'd be cool. 8 a.m. to 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Let's go. I think that would be phenomenal. I think, has that been done before?
Clubhouse has done long stretches. Clubhouse, a social audio app. I don't know about video.
And Kai Cenat and them, they've done that 24-hour live streams and shit like that. They've done
but what we're gonna, I don't want to give away the source, because it's a lot of you motherfucking podcasts that be watching.
They watching.
Don't think we don't know you watching. So I was about to give out an idea of what we was gonna do, but y'all motherfuckers be watching and listening.
Trying to beat us to it.
And that's a fact.
And but you know what? They ain't you though, and they can't execute.
There it goes.
So it doesn't even matter.
Still, you know what? Figure that shit out on your own. We already gave you kind of the idea, but I'm not gonna give you the source of what I really want to do to make this shit special, one of a kind type situation. I got it, but
Can I give a slight suggestion?
Please, bro.
It may change the show up a bit, but if y'all could be in the same room, you don't have to because you may want to do it just like this. But if you plan that, if you get a sponsor, could be interesting. Y'all together in the same studio. Don't have to be. That's just another thought, but you could do it like this too, but that could be interesting,
That makes sense. No,
But
because it's funny, we're doing that on the 15th for his birthday.
That's easy. So we have the capabilities of doing that anyway. The only difference is what, huh?
Okay.
You saying something, cousin?
Oh no, I'm talking to man. You go.
Okay. The only difference, so the only reason that we do it like this is because Jarrett still lives in the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx, but I live upstate now. I live in Orange County, so you know what I'm saying. Like,
this is great. I just meant the main show you promote and stuff.
We're just not in the same point, and because we do so much, it's just easier for us to work out of our own joints until we need to come together. But that's easy. We can definitely be in the same room at the same time. We got the capabilities to do it. And we could definitely make that happen.
Do it in Melba's. Melba's, I know, I got Melba's cell. I got her assistant cell to Melba's. Oh, you could 10 other places you could do it. Do it Melba's in the second floor or Sylvia's in Bronx, Harlem. A lot of places.
Let's do it.
So Melba's not only do we frequent Melba's, but one of my childhood friends, he's one of my OGs. I don't know how often you go. His name is Peter Wayne. He sings at Melba's he's like Melba's resident fucking permanent resident singer. That's a fact. So we could definitely set something up like that, find a dope location that makes sense, and set up everything, and we could rock out, man. Even if we could call Kai and do it at Hip Hop Closet or something, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so many spots that we could do.
So many places. Yeah.
That's real.
You need good broadband.
I was gonna say, I'm getting texts on the side too, bro. They were like, Ramon, what advice, what's the best advice would you give for small businesses right now? What is something that they should be thinking about or looking at for their business? I know it's a general question, but they're like, yo, what's up?
Know who your customers are better than they know themselves.
Message.
No, yeah, and what the side question? I'm gonna get it. I know it's about to come. How do you get to know your customers? Where do you get this data from?
No data. Data is helpful, but this is just talking to them, spending time, investing, going to their events, following them on LinkedIn, following them on social, going on their stories. When they burp, you smell it. On and on and on. You just go for it. You know them well. Always thinking of them. Really, that's how you do it. You know what's going on, and you know the people. I don't just know Dell. I know Fernanda, who's head of Dell's Women Entrepreneur Network. I don't just know Zoho. I know Sandy, who heads marketing communication. I just don't know QuickBooks. I know Natalie, who heads PR. I know names. That's how you got to know your brands.
Oh my God! So when you talk about sponsorship too, because we talked to Mario about that too. So I'm a sales guy. I'm targeting. My ICP is going to be VP of Marketing, CMO, the Director of Social, Director of Communications Manager, whatever it is, right? So when it comes to sponsorship, every brand operates differently.
Yeah.
What ICP you think, or would you recommend us to attack?
I think they find out, one, I think there's two things that are very important. The brand itself, but then you got to find somebody who likes you and likes what you're doing. If it's not a straight up sponsorship, like, hey, just numbers, people who want to rock with you. In your case, y'all do have a special vibe. It's non-traditional. It may scare some people, make some people uncomfortable. You just got to say that, know that. There's no shame in that. You got to know that. And so once you know that, then the brand that's willing to go there with you, like you take a brand like Dell or other brands, but let's say Dell, for example. Dell is straight-laced, all corporate-ish, collared shirt. Absolutely. But there's people in Dell who want to sell Dell to hip-hop artists, creators, whatever it may be. There's all kind of legs to it. So find that right person, like, yo, what's up? My name is Jenny, and I'm on, whatever creator's crew, if you get what I'm trying to be, who has a different cultural affinity. Let me use that word. Who know. Doritos can sell everywhere.
This guy's good. This guy's good. You're good, bro. You're fucking too seasoned.
I love what I do, man.
You know what it is? Like,
you can tell, man. I love it.
Ramon, this journey is so dope, man, because you get to meet so many intelligent fucking people, right? But it changes you. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, when I started to experience success, people like, you change. I'm like, well, the goal was never to stay the same.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? The goal was never to stay the same. The evolution is always about change, but you don't truly understand what you don't understand until you actually start talking to people more intelligent than you. Then you're like, holy shit. You understand?
But I was saying you do it too. That's what I'm gonna add. I thought you were going there, but yes.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, like again, like you can do something and be successful to a certain point, right? And have your system in place. This is how I do it. This is how I've done it. I can recreate this, right? And you could talk to somebody for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and they could give you a gem that could skyrocket. And you're like, fuck, if I'd have thought of that 20 years, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you never know what talking to people and actually, here's the key, being willing to listen and learn.
Yes.
Being willing to listen and learn. Let the ego go. Doesn't matter how much money you make. Doesn't matter how successful you've already been, right? If somebody can give you a gem that can help you, shut the fuck up and just listen.
That's right. And shout out to Groove, man. He literally just said that story on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I'll just share it real quick. It's exactly what Chad's saying. He was at Uptown Records. Him and Chill had the first deal with Andre Harrell. They put the album out. Album wasn't doing nothing. He said, "I'm gonna put you in touch with a young guy." Happened to be Sean Diddy fucking Combs. The first artist group that they was going to work with, they had Diddy at a disposal. He said, "Y'all love what y'all doing. Let's just change it up. Let's start from scratch. Let's just new paintbrush, new canvas, new everything." But you know what? The ego and the pride said, "You know what? I know what I'm doing."
Mm.
And he said it was so real and transparent, man. And you don't know how. Now you got to live with that what if, y'all. So don't be closed-minded.
Yes.
Be open-minded. It's all about perspective, y'all.
Yes.
Perspective is key in this business.
And you know, that's so true. And I'll say one more thing. I know, you know, we're time a little bit, like my wife waiting for me and other things, but I just want to add here as well and say that even I think all of us, we all learn. I'm learning from y'all about engagement, audience engagement. I'm not going to copy you, but I can learn from y'all. Y'all have learned from me. And going back to speakers, I can see speakers on stage. This is my world. I do this for a living, and I can smell audience engagement. Trust me, they can. It's just that's my thing. I am a paid speaker. My fee's $25,000. To your point, what we all learn from each other, though. I'm seeing how y'all loose. You got that. I'm like, you know, maybe in my show I could be a little more loose than so straight laced. The people you be mocking on there. Hello, my name is Ramon Ray. Welcome to Zone of Genius. See, I know y'all be mocking. Y'all gonna make fun of me when I leave. That's okay. I've been called.
No.
We don't do that, bro.
No, we don't do that. We don't do that.
I don't believe you.
Nah, we're
Trust me, I
not
don't
doing
believe
that, Ramon.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah,
everybody.
All love, man.
Trust me. When the camera's down, y'all gonna look at each other like, man.
Bro, I went to the bathroom, called wifey just now. When I went off the dam, like, yo, this episode's fucking crazy. You hear this? I'm keeping it real.
Ramon,
Yes, sir.
the thing is, your name is Ramon Ray. Your name ain't Chadeo. Your name ain't Jarrett, right?
I know.
This is what we got to stop fucking doing as a culture, right? What makes you special can't make me special, right? I'm completely different, right? Jarrett is complete. We all have strengths. We all have weaknesses, and we all have unique things about us that make us us. You understand? So all we have to do is just tap into that, understand it, know how to work it, know how to leverage it, and move forward. I just got a question. I know we coming up on time, but
Brother.
You mentioned your wife a couple of times. If you don't mind me asking, man, how has the success journey been as far as like an impact on now? You're doing a lot of things. It seems like you travel very often. How has the success journey and the path of it affected you in your family dynamic? Because that's very important.
That's
Understand the
I
black
love the question.
in the family dynamic and how the family supports them throughout their successful journey.
I will tell you. And by the way, Tiffany, thank you. I'm reading what you said, Tiffany. Tiffany said this is the best episode in her whole entire life. She's heard Ramon Ray has made this is the best episode in her whole life. This is going to the Guinness Book of World Records, the Podcast Awards, the best ever. Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Sometimes my glasses, you know, the words I see change a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But listen, me and my wife have been married for 30 years. We got 2 adult children.
Oh, slow down. No. Look, you got to get the. Now, hold on. You're not. And now I'm gonna stop you. 30 fucking years, 30 years, Ray.
Yes, sir.
I want to send a special shout out to you for that, man, because that is truly remarkable. Understanding where our marriage rate is as a culture, we're one of the lowest married and one of the lowest continual marriages. So 30 years is holy shit. You know, right? I only got a couple friends that we've been friends 30 years. I could count it on one hand because I had a lot of motherfuckers that out this door. So 30 years is phenomenal. So congratulations to you with that.
Man. Love, man.
I appreciate that. But
first of all.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But the nugget is, and I gotta feed her. Just text me and she's taught me this in recent days, 30 years. She said, Ramon, I choose to forgive. And that is the nugget she taught me that we've had to think, because I talked to some brothers, they don't want to be married. I'm sure you got friends, whatever. We all got personal stuff we going, but we want to be married. I do want that as my woman. She wants me as her man. So the only choice is when I do stupid stuff, when she does stupid stuff, said honorably to my queen. But we get on each other's nerves, whatever it is that we choose. Yep. Don't talk to me. Nope. I don't want to see you all day today. It's a new day. Let's kiss and make up. I choose. So that's what she's taught me. Her name is Ronnie. I choose to forgive. And
we love Ronnie. Go feed Ronnie. Ronnie, we appreciate you standing by this king, man, because what he has become is only possible with the support that you have given. So don't take this the wrong way, Queen. But Ronnie, from us brothers, man, if she ever act up, Ronnie, you know what I'm saying? Here's my message to you.
Reverse it. Don't be pussy whip. Whip that pussy. Look. Bang, 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 bang.
I'm going to send you this clip.
But let the people know where they can find you.
You stupid.
Let the people know where they can find you, man. Ray. I
appreciate that, brother. Ramon Ray, zoneofgenius.com, RamonRay.com. And I must say, Jarrett and Chadeo are two of the dopest, funniest, smartest, bestest brothers on the planet. Their show is amazing. You need branding solutions, agency solutions, or you just want to laugh. You want to see Jarrett and Chadeo. This has been the best show I've been on. My name is Ramon Ray. Y'all are amazing.
My God, bro.
Ray, before you leave, do us a favor, man. Put your number in the private chat. We're going to create that group chat so that we can.
Yes, I just put mine on there. We good to go, bro.
Yeah, we can continue.
Man, this was an instant classic. I'm telling you right now, man.
I ain't going to lie.
This classic,
y'all. Might be one of my top 3 favorites. This was fire.
This was incredible.
I appreciate y'all so much.
Real talk.
Listen, appreciate y'all. Thank you for the time. And be blessed.
You already know. We see you later.
We're going to be in touch, bro.
All right.
Love, man. Love, my guy. Yo, oh man, top 5, man.
Yeah, that was super dope, man. What we got coming up next, Cuzzo?
Yo, on Tuesday we're gonna do the real talk. And
okay.
then Thursday we got DJ Shot Cam from New Edition and BBD pulling up from the Las Vegas residency, talking about what we talking about. We also got the CMO, the former CMO, Liquid Death. If you ever heard of that water brand, it is a growing, expanding brand. Y'all probably seen it in the 7-Elevens and all the stores. Liquid Death. We having him on August 20th. Pull up. We've got so many ill episodes, man. We just want to say thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for pulling up. Shout out to our brother Cool. Shout out to Mika. Shout out to Dira. Shout out to everybody on Instagram. Shout out to the YouTube family, man. We love y'all, man. This is for us, man. When we get there, you already know what it is, man. We out here, man.
Yeah, and if you
love this episode.
And if you didn't take anything away from this episode, remember how we like to end off these episodes with a positive thing, and it's exactly what Ramon kept saying, man. Yo, use your energy, be yourself, man. Take pride in who you are. Do not try to emulate nobody else, even if you're a twin, a triplet. Each individual is individually unique. Yeah, you might look the same, but you don't act the same. You don't think the same. So once again, people, take pride in who you are. Let's start just loving ourselves more, man. Let's just start, you know what I'm saying, like having that self-confidence to say, nah, I'm the shit, man. And say it with your chest. And once again, if people can't meet your energy, stop lowering your fucking standards to make somebody else happy and feed their insecurities, man. Hold your head high, hold your chest high.
Chin up, chest out.
And do what you do, man. And that's it, man. Let's, you know what I mean? I love y'all. See this,
bro. This is I want to tell the fans, after these episodes, y'all be on a high for at least 2-3 hours after the episode. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. After you hear all the gems and hear the stories and what people are going through, and knowing that you're going through the similar path of what they've gone through, and to see things like that, it's possible to interview President Obama.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Things like that, man. I'm inspired, man. We hope y'all inspired. We're
gonna get an Obama interview. I'm putting it in the air right now.
Let's do it. We're gonna do it, man.
We're gonna get an Obama interview. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're gonna get
a Kamala. We're gonna Kamala.
I'll take it.
I think Obama.
Matter of fact, shit, I take Michelle because Michelle dope as shit. You heard? Shout out to Michelle Obama, man. Like again, another perfect example of just like Black queens, like power, grace, elegance. I can't say enough, man. That woman, Jesus, man. You know what I'm saying? To be the first Black president, to have the first lady Black, it's something special, and the way she carried herself and made sure it's something special, man.
Special, man. This episode was special, man. Shout out to Ramon once again, man. Make sure y'all check him out. There's a lot of gems. We're gonna have these things clipped up. You already know it's gonna be up on YouTube tonight, Instagram tomorrow. Show love, man. We love y'all. And we gonna see y'all next week, man. Y'all gonna see us outside. Y'all know when you see us outside, show us some goddamn love.
Who but us, man? More than the title. Y'all not like us? Fuck y'all.
What you know about me?